Aloha! Welcome to episode 2 of Cooking with Aloha Charlie. Tonight we are going to make one of my favorite dishes, green papaya salad. Now you often find green papaya salad at a lot of Thai and Vietnamese restaurants. Here on Maui we have quite a few, and it's a dish that I always like to get when I go to the restaurant. And it's refreshing, good any time of the year, and a nice starter to get things going with the meal. Now this recipe that we're going to use today comes from a friend, Karen, who actually posted a picture of a green papaya salad on her Facebook this morning. And she got a number of inquiries. People wanted to get the recipe, so she was gracious enough to post it. So thank you, Karen. And I got the recipe. I'm going to improvise it a little bit, as I always do, because Italians don't use recipes. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to make green papaya salad. And I'm going to show you how to use a mandolin, this nice piece of equipment over here, which I don't have a lot of experience at using, so I'm in OJT as well, on a job training. And we have our ingredients here. We have the main ingredient in green papaya salad, besides the papaya, is this fish sauce, which is very high in sodium. It's actually made from anchovies, so we use a little bit of that. Gives it a nice flavor. And because we're using that, the recipe is not vegan because it does contain anchovies. But if you were to omit that and put another flavoring in, then you could make it a vegan recipe. This is shoyu, or soy sauce, as they call it in the mainland. And of course we have our green papaya. These I bought at the farmer's market, 3 for $5, so good deal, nice and green. You want to refrigerate it and get it nice and cool before you actually start using it, so it could shred nicely on a mandolin. Okay, we got our mung bean sprouts. These are from Hawaii. We got cabbage, carrots. We have our fresh cilantro and Thai basil, which is, smells beautiful. And we have our green papaya, which in the essence of time I actually shredded earlier, but I will show you how I did that. And we have our chopped peanuts in bean sprouts. And cherry tomatoes, cut in half. And then we have our garnishes. We have the mint, fresh mint. We have the cabbage, and then we have, I was supposed to use a red chili pepper, but I couldn't find it, so I bought a red jalapeno, which I think has about the same amount of fire. And then we have the lime, which we're going to squeeze for the sauce, part of the sauce. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we are going to learn how to shred a papaya. So first of all, you take the green papaya and use a regular carrot peeler. So you want to peel that skin off nicely. And it's pretty firm. Once the papaya is turning white, it'll get this color, and this is almost ready to eat. So you can actually eat the green papaya like that too, but this is strawberry papaya. These are strawberry papayas. They actually turn like a strawberry color inside. They're really delicious. So this one is still nice and firm. These would be too soft to peel. It might be a little messy peeling those. So if you could tell, the skin comes off really nice. There are certain types of papayas they use only for cooking, which are called green papaya. This is not that one, but since it is green, you can use it in the green papaya recipes and make green papaya salad. But I imagine at the Thai restaurants they probably use the actual green papayas, what they're called. Okay, so we take that skin off nicely like that. And you don't have to be so neat about it, but it's pretty easy to peel that skin off. You don't want to leave any of the skin on because it's a little bit rough. Okay. So once we have that, just cut the ends off the papaya. Okay. Okay, cut the ends off. And now what we do is we cut the papaya in half. My friend Jules would say this isn't safe, so I'll hold it like this and cut down through the papaya. Make sure your fingers are on top. And now we want to take a spoon, small spoon, and just scoop out the seeds. It looks like that inside the papaya. So you just scoop out the seeds. Now papayas are really good for digestion. They actually sell papaya enzymes in the health food store. So you can actually use them for digestion, and they have a number of health benefits. Okay. So there you go, you scoop out the inside, just make sure to get all the seeds out, and got some stringy stuff in there. So it's kind of like a squash almost, like a spaghetti squash. So you just get all that stuff out of there. Okay. So you can actually make a lot of recipes, and one day we'll make a recipe with green papaya. It's really delicious with some kale and coconut water. Okay, so now that the green papaya is cut in half and we got the seeds out, we are going to shred it. Now I've already shredded the ones we're going to need for the recipe, but I just wanted to show you how to actually use the mandolin, which is not as easy as it looks. So this is actually the holder. It's very important to use this because this is razor sharp. You do not want to put your hand near this blade here because you'll have julienne fingers. So you take this, and all the mandolins are different. I imagine there would be a better tool for doing this, slicing the papaya. There's a spiralizer, it's called, and I think that works a little bit better, but the mandolin is really good for slicing vegetables and julienning. Okay, so you make sure that it's flat on there, and then you take it, it's almost like a running start, and you push it along the blades. It's kind of tough to do. So okay, so you go back here, and it's a really force, so you got to push it. There you go, like that. And then do it again. Okay. See that? And you do that. You do that until the papaya is almost down to a little bit. We can keep going. But since YouTube will only allow me the 15-minute videos, we'll stop right there. So what you have, this can actually be shredded down further, so I'm actually going to save that and use it for another recipe another day. Okay, so we remove the mandolin, and you can get all the shredded papaya out of there. Let's just put that aside right there. Okay, and now you got the shredded papaya. Now this I'm not so sure about. I guess some people say they could put it in a bowl and use like a mortar and pestle and separate it, but I actually just sat there and separated each of the strings like this. And then I wound up with this big bowl of shredded papaya. So that seems like the best way to do it. Very labor intensive, but it works. So you just pull these strings apart. But it is all cut up, as you can see it's all shredded from the mandolin, but it doesn't quite shred it all the way through. For whatever reason, I don't know if there's a trick to it, but I was using the correct blade. So it's only like the third or fourth time I used that machine. So there you go. You just separate the papaya, and it looks like that. Okay. So we'll set this aside because we have the papaya ready. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get a bowl. Okay. And in the bowl, we will put the papaya, which I actually pulled apart and I rinse with water. Now I like to rinse all my vegetables in reverse osmosis water because I have the faucet on my sink. So I usually use regular water, and then the final rinse I do with reverse osmosis, just for safety. And then we have the shredded carrots. So I took, see if there's a little fly trying to get in there. So I took 3 carrots, and this is what I wound up with because the carrots are very small, so they're hard to shred on a mandolin. Okay, so we got the carrots there. So you kind of mix that up like that. And then, okay, and then after that, what we want to do is, now the recipe said that you were supposed to mix the sauce separately on the side, but I actually like to make it more like a Caesar salad and mix it all together. It really doesn't matter any way you do it. So we're going to need a pair of these tongs. Okay. So now let's see what we're going to put in. We're going to go do the bean sprouts. So the bean sprouts, because anything that's kind of like the papaya and the carrots, you just kind of mix in. So that would be the bean sprouts. Okay. And, I did wash my hands, so I can use my hands. Okay, great. So now you have a bowl of shredded papaya, carrots, and bean sprouts. See that? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to make the sauce. So, 2 tablespoons of shoyu sauce. So that would be, this is a tablespoon. And I don't usually measure exactly, but let's try to stick to the recipe a little bit. So there's 1, and there's 2. Okay. Okay, and this is reduced sodium with the green top, so it's a little healthier. Because this fish sauce has a lot of sodium. Okay, now the fish sauce we want to have 1 to 2 tablespoons. So let's see. Let's try 1. Definitely smells like fish. Okay, let's try 2 tablespoons. What the heck? First time making this, so don't want to skimp on the unnecessary ingredients. Okay, so we got the fish sauce and we got the shoyu in there. Now, what we want to do is, let's see, want to mix it up. Okay, get a little brownish color there from the shoyu, and woo, you can smell those anchovies. And let's get a little bit of sesame oil here. Now I have this sesame oil with chili oil in it. It gives a little heat. So just put a little, it says just drizzle with sesame oil, so I'll just drizzle the top like that. Okay. That's sesame oil, chili pepper, corn oil, and paprika. So I guess it's okay. It's not too bad. Okay, so we got that. I think I'll just put a little bit more in there. I like a little heat in my food. Okay. Now, let's see, 3 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. Well, I like lime very much, so I'm going to put half a lime in. I got this neat little gadget here. You just put the lime right inside there. That's for a smaller one, I guess. It's a pretty big lime. Okay, you put it in there and then you squeeze it. I'm just going to squeeze it right over the shredded papaya and carrots and bean sprouts. Okay. There we go. Get all the juice out. Then you can open it up and you get more juice, see? Okay, and that's good. So we'll set that aside. And we'll mix it in. So that gives it a nice tangy